So I recently just put out a video highlighting how good NXT has been. So in this video I'm going to go through my top 10 NXT superstars and I'm going to rank them from worst to best in terms of who should be called up to the main roster. So I'm going to be ranking the top 10 NXT superstars, and I'm going to, for who's ever going to be towards the end, the front of the list, which is number 10, that's basically going to be the people who should probably stay in NXT for a little bit longer, compared to number 1, who should be called up like today. So to set some ground rules, I think people like Ricky Saints and Jordan Grace are not going to be on this list because they have not been in NXT long enough. This is going to be purely people who have been in NXT for at least a few months now. So people like Stephanie Vaquer will be on this list. So in my number 10 position, I have Wes Lee, a name you have not heard in a little while. Wes Lee, I feel, is a really good in-ring performer, and he has the tools to put on a fantastic match on the main roster. I think the reason he should maybe stay in NXT for a little bit longer is the fact that I don't think he gets over that well with the crowd just yet. I mean, yes, he does, but he also doesn't at the same time, if that makes any sense. He's somebody who needs a little bit more practice, so I think he's like there. I think he's on the cusp. All these people are on the cusp of getting called up to the main roster, I think. And so for that reason alone, I think he's been phenomenal for what he does. I think he's a very good seller. He puts on really good matches. The one critique I do have though is his matches feel a lot like AEW matches, in the sense that they're such like gymnastic type moves, and he'll have like a gymnastics move off with someone else who can actually do those type of moves. So like when he had that feud over the summer with the Rascals, it was kind of the same. They were like doing the same exact thing, even though they put on a great match. It was kind of the same thing. So I don't know, that was a little bit too much. I don't like that type of move. So again, that's not wrestling, that's just gymnastics at that rate. But yeah, I think Wes Lee has done a very solid job with every opportunity he is given. And again, his biggest asset is his selling, and I really do believe he would do a phenomenal job putting people over, even though I think he would do good in himself, like looking good. Like he can be like an Evan Bourne type of guy if, you know, he gets down his movesets and stops the whole gymnastics high flying stuff that he does, because it just does not look good. Next, in my number 9 position, I have Javon Evans. I think Javon Evans is everything I just said about Wes Lee, but a little bit better. I think he basically is the same person as Wes Lee, but his mic skills are a little bit better, and they're not great, because if you heard his promo this last Tuesday, I kind of was like, oh my god, this is a little cringy when he was talking to Trick Williams. But I mean, truthfully, he's learning, you know. He's very young, so I think he's like 20, 21, something like that, and so he's very young. He knows what he's doing, and his moveset's really good. He sells really well for people. I mean, everything I just said about Trick Williams basically applies to Javon Evans, in my opinion. But again, Javon Evans just does it a little bit better, and he's a little bit more over with the crowd. He's had a very big 2024. I mean, he's now actually being showcased in big matches like the NXT Championship, Come Stand and Deliver. I mean, he'll be in that match against Trick Williams and Obafemi. That's huge for him. That is absolutely huge for him. So I think he has done an absolutely phenomenal job. And again, everything that I said about Wes Lee is what Javon Evans is, but just a little bit better. In my number 8 position, I have Julia. Yes, this is probably going to surprise a lot of you. I don't have Julia too high because Julia suffers very much so from her promo ability. She has all the in-ring tools necessary, but she definitely struggles when it comes to the mic talking. The in-ring work speaks for itself. That was phenomenal. I mean, if you saw that match at Roadblock between Stephanie Vaquer and her, that was a phenomenal match, but her ability to not be able to cut a promo is definitely hurting her. I mean, just look at Io Sky on the main roster. That hurts her a lot. And I think right now she does not have enough charisma to kind of get the crowd behind her like Io Sky does. So that is something she really has been struggling with, in my opinion, since she's joined NXT in, I think, late September, early October. So she, I think, is definitely struggling. So I don't know, and it really does hurt her right now, the fact that she just got injured. So I hopefully she'll come back soon and she'll be able to work on it again, but I think she has a few years down in NXT before the company really feels comfortable with calling her up to the main roster. And for all I know, maybe she doesn't feel comfortable being called up to the main roster just yet. You know, she definitely wants to work on that promo ability, and what better way to do it than down in NXT? I think being down in NXT is going to help her a lot, but not for the reason you would think. NXT is normally a lot of times for in-ring work, not as much so for the promo. I think it's going to be the opposite for her. She's got the in-ring work down. She's got to work on the promo ability. That is her biggest weakness right now. And yeah, I don't have much else to say about her. She's phenomenal in the ring, but the charisma and the in-ring ability, or the promo ability, is lacking. So that's stuff she needs to fix. Or work on, I should say. In my number 7 position, I have Fraxium, otherwise known as Nathan Frazier and Axiom. I have them together because I want them to be called up as a tag team. I don't want them to be called up individually. I think them being on the main roster in a tag team on Monday Night Raw will help elevate Monday Night Raw's tag team division so damn much. They are so damn good together. I really would love to see them actually get called up together, not individually, as I said, because there's no reason to individualize them right now. They are doing phenomenal work in the tag team division. They are getting over so much in the tag team division. They are easily the best tag team in WWE, but I want to see them on the main roster. So what way to fix that? Have them both go up there at the same time. So you might consider this a cheat, having them together on this list, but I don't, because I want them to be called up together. I don't think separating them is a very good idea. Their promo ability, solid. Their in-ring work, whoa, that speaks for itself. In-ring ability speaks for itself. They can put on a fantastic match. I mean, we all saw that Hardy Boys versus them match. I think it was at Roadblock. Wow, that was a phenomenal match, and a lot of people were not expecting that to be as good as it was. You know, Hardy Boys are older. You would probably think they were washed, whatever you want to call it, but no. They did a fantastic job helping the Hardy Boys through that match. And yeah, I gotta say that because obviously they're older, so it's like you gotta be able to do things for the older guys a little bit sometimes, and they did just that. And I'm not gonna say that the Hardy Boys don't have it anymore, because they do. Hardy Boys can still do it, but Fraxium, I definitely think, helped them get through that match a little bit. And that's an amazing asset to have, and that's exactly why I think they should be called up to the main roster. In my number 6 position, I have Stephanie Vaquer. Now, everything I said about Julia basically applies to Stephanie Vaquer, but Stephanie Vaquer is so much better on the mic, so that is why she ranks higher. Stephanie Vaquer can actually get the crowd, or make the crowd understand a little bit better. I don't want to say Julia doesn't do that, but at the same time, Julia struggles so much more with the mic work than Stephanie does, and Stephanie is just as good of an in-ring performer, if not better, than Julia. So Stephanie is just hands down the best woman in NXT that can just put on a match that's just phenomenal. You know, she can put on any match and make it phenomenal. So in my opinion right now, she is definitely hands down the best woman in NXT. So with that, I mean, that doesn't mean though she deserves to be called up over other people, but I definitely do believe that she is going to be, or is, the best NXT superstar right now in the women's division, or even in the entire NXT. She's that damn good. But as I said, everything that applies to Julia applies to her, except she's just a solid amount better at the promo abilities, so that's kind of why I rank Stephanie Vaquer a little bit higher. In my number 5 position, I have Obafemi. My guy Obafemi, I rank here, unfortunately, because I think he struggles a little bit with the promo ability. He's good. He is really good. And this is kind of where the promos get so much better with these people. The next 5 people I have are phenomenal on the mic and just are really good character workers. So I definitely think Obafemi is there. He could easily be called up. These are the 5 people I would say that deserve to be called up right today. You know, these 5 could be called up today, type of thing, and do absolutely great in the main roster. I think they could do phenomenal. And his biggest struggle is his mic work, but again, he's not bad at by any stretch of the imagination. He is phenomenal, but his in-ring work, again, these guys, all of them are just so damn good in the ring. I'm just surprised because it's like I'm so used to the main roster talent and them not being good in the ring, and then NXT, literally everyone that's in NXT is good in the ring. That is awesome because they get enough training down there, and it just, you know, it shows. They do such great work in the ring, and then their promo abilities, you can tell when they're getting better and better and better. And he is somebody who I think over this past year being a champion has helped. That being a champion has helped him so much because it's allowed him to be on the mic a little bit more and work on the thing that he has the most problems with. And I don't think he has those problems as much anymore. I think he is doing a great job. He looks way more confident on the mic, and that is exactly what you want to see from your NXT champion. In my number 4 position, I have Jada Parker. Jada Parker is somebody who I don't know a ton about, but anytime she comes out and the crowd just starts chanting Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, or whatever the hell it would be, it's just, she is over. She knows how to cut a promo so damn good. And I've seen some of her backstage promos. She is so damn good at those. She is somebody who just gets the character, you know. She has a character and she rolls with it, and it's just great. And then her in-ring ability, again, is phenomenal. But as I said with Obafemi, these characters that to come are the ones that just know how to work their characters so damn well. She is a great character worker. I mean, seriously, she might be a little bit of the opposite of Stephanie Vaquer, where Stephanie relied more on her in-ring ability than her mic skills. Jada's the other way around. She relies on her character, her personality, her charisma, her mic talking, more than her in-ring ability, but her in-ring ability is still phenomenal. So that just speaks for itself. When it comes to WWE wrestling, it is more about your character work than it is about your in-ring ability. But at the same time, you do need in-ring ability, and that's what makes WWE so fun, so good. But she has the charisma and the character work that you would want to see, and she needs to be called up. I mean, I really do believe she would be a great addition to the women's division on Monday Night Raw, because it is lacking, in my opinion. Monday Night Raw's women's division is 100% lacking. SmackDown's is a little bit better, but at the same time, it's not great. So either way, I would love to see maybe Jada go to either one or the other, honestly. In my number 3 position, I have Ethan Page. Ethan Page, just like Jada Parker, works his character so damn well. I love everything that he does out there. He is that stereotypical heel that you just love. He is a great heel. I absolutely love everything I see from him. He just knows how to do everything so damn well. I mean, his feud with Javon Evans was phenomenal. He helped put over Javon Evans and put Javon Evans right into the NXT Championship picture, which was phenomenal from somebody who's not even been in NXT for over a year now. He hasn't even been in NXT that long, and he's doing things like that already. That is something that is valuable. That is a very valuable asset, and now he's going to be putting over Ricky Saints most likely at Stand and Deliver. That is just so damn cool to see. Ethan Page, again, he has been a heel his entire time in NXT, and they even had a point where Ethan Page was like racking up loss after loss after loss after loss, and it was like another character arc for him. You know, it's a new character dynamic they're already adding to him, which was kind of cool. You know, they don't do that very often where they're trying to change somebody and change the way they roll for a little bit to see how he can adapt to this and how he plays it. He played it very well, and he's just a fun heel to watch. You know, I always give Dom a lot of praise on the main roster because he's obviously what you want to see from a heel. Ethan Page is exactly that, but better in the ring and just does absolutely everything you want to see in a in a character that's supposed to be like the scummiest of heels, and he is exactly that. And he was exactly that when he held the NXT Championship over the summer. So I absolutely love Ethan Page. In my number 2 position, I have Trick Williams. Now, Trick Williams, I feel like, is somebody who's been deserving to be on the main roster for at least a few years at this point, but they just still haven't pulled the trigger on it. I feel like he is literally right there. He is right there. I mean, I don't know what else he can do. I mean, he's still involved in the NXT Championship picture, which I don't even think he needs to be. And he did kind of enter a period where he really wasn't involved in the championship, but I don't know. I feel like they're kind of confused on what to do with him at this point, but at the same time, his character work has been great. He used to be that mega over face that everybody loved, chanting the Trick Williams or whatever, whoop that trick or whatever. That was his thing. And now he's become a heel, and I absolutely love it. He is so damn good as a heel too. And that's what you would love to see. Somebody who can switch from being a mega over face to a mega over heel, and I think he's done a great job switching the two. He is just so damn good character working, and that is exactly what you want to see. Somebody who can go from just what, as I said, being super over as a face to being super over as a heel. That is something that not many people can do, you know. And I don't hate to keep bringing her up, but Rhea Ripley, she does not do it well. She is a phenomenal heel, but she is a terrible face. Trick is doing a great job at both, and that is something that is very hard to do. Being a really good face and a really good heel is so damn hard to do that the fact that he's able to do it like that is kind of insane. I mean, he does it. He just does it, and he does it at a high level. I can't say enough about how good he's been doing. And last but not least, at my number 1 position, I have Roxanne Perez. She is exactly what Trick Williams is, but the woman version of Trick, you know? She is somebody who puts on phenomenal matches with everybody. I think she is the most valuable woman in NXT right now. She might not be the best, as I said, that's probably Stephanie Vaquer, but she is the most valuable because she can put on a feud with absolutely anybody. I thought for sure she was going to be entering a feud with Bayley and Lyra for the IC title come WrestleMania, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be doing that. I have no idea why. She was 100% ready to be up on the main roster. We thought it was going to happen when she was in the Rumble and in the Elimination Chamber, but they never pulled the trigger on it. But that just goes to show how close they believe she is to being on the main roster. And the fact that she was the Iron Woman in the Royal Rumble, that is phenomenal stuff from her. She has done an absolutely fantastic job these past few years being in NXT. And again, she is a great heel. I think she's been more of a heel than she has been a face, but doesn't matter. She has done such a great job with being a heel, and I think when she was a face, she did a really good job. I think she turned heel when she betrayed Booker T, which was so cool. Booker T helped put her over, and that is how much you know Booker T believed in Roxanne, although now Booker T seems to believe in Stephanie Vaquer. So I don't know what that is all about. You know, Booker T is a fucking weirdo. Either way, though, Roxanne Perez is so damn good. I seriously believe she should be called up. I mean, Roxanne and Trick, I feel like they are the two guys who should absolutely be called up, and I don't understand why she hasn't been already. I hope to God she is called up come the WWE draft, but who knows. If she isn't, that is definitely something that needs to be looked at, because why not? She deserves to be there. Seriously, she is so damn good. Now that concludes my list of the top 10 NXT superstars. As I said earlier, I was not putting it in order of who is the best in NXT right now. I was putting it in order in terms of who I believe should be called up to the main roster. And I feel like that is what all these people are like hunting to do. I think they are going after trying to be on the main roster rather than being the top person in NXT. Whatever it may be. I mean, obviously that kind of comes with being called up to the main roster as if you're the top person in NXT, so kind of go back on what I just said there, but doesn't matter. Either way, I really do believe that these 10 people have been the best in NXT for at least the past year, and I think they are doing a great job. I mean, seriously, a lot of these guys deserve to be on the main roster, if not all of them. I mean, seriously, they have done that damn good. So with that being said, though, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about my list and who you would add or who you might take off my list and replace them with. please let me down below in the comment section. And until next time, see ya.